Hey out there in YouTube land. I didn't realize it, but I kind of blend in with the refrigerator behind me. I'm over at the Kingsburg house. I'm calling this video Real Estate Investment Fund. I might put some more exciting words in there like how to or big money or something like that to get people's attention. But it's going to be about a real estate investment fund. I've thought about this before, but it's really come to light and I've been really almost obsessing about it the past couple of days. And like I said, I'm going to tell you more about that. I'm over here at the Kingsburg house. Tomorrow I have an inspection from the insurance company. When you get new insurance on a project like this, they want to come out and make sure that everything is in working order. So I just wanted to make sure everything was right over here. But this is one of the reasons why I came up with the idea of the real estate investment fund, is because of red tape, cumbersome things that you have to do during the day and things like that. Like, how could I eliminate that or eliminate most of it and scale my business to the next level? For instance, I'm over here at the Kingsburg house. It's still empty. The reason why it's still empty is because I don't like to put a renter in before, well, I can't put the renter in before I get the CO. But I also don't push for that CO until I get long-term financing in place. Like if something happened and I had to dump this property, I don't want to pay a long-term financing company any money. It's kind of, I could go into more detail, but it will bore you. The refinance that I'm putting on this house would be for long-term financing. This means I put a renter in here and I have financing for 30 years on this. Well, I've been in the process of refinancing this house for like 2.5 months. I've done this before, so it's not like I don't know what I'm doing. It's just that this is a niche lender that does very specific types of loans that I have to deal with, and I can't go anywhere else. Reason why I'm bringing that up is because it's one of the reasons why I thought about this real estate investment fund. How could I eliminate this lender? Not necessarily just for my sake, for simplicity and stuff, but they charge a much higher interest rate, and they charge a bunch of fees, and they have a prepayment penalty in place. And that's something that I don't want to be part of. So let me show you the whiteboard real fast about a brief summary of why I came up with this idea. So here's my sloppy whiteboard creation. Kind of tells you where my mind was at. Yesterday I started putting this together. I don't say this to pat myself on the back, but I mean, I'm pretty proud of it. I turned zero into $1 million net worth in a little bit less than 4 years. During that time frame, lenders, specifically my hard money lenders, made about $250,000 off of the 10 deals that I put together. That's an average of about 4 points going in and getting out of the deal, and also paying 10% interest. Sometimes I paid more, sometimes I paid a little less. Average of 9 months that I would hold those deals. That doesn't mean that it took me 9 months to complete the project, but getting back out of it and doing a refinance, which sometimes, like on the Kingsburg house I'm doing right now, could take 3 months. Ridiculous. So I'll be paying 10% interest on 10 deals. It equals up to $250,000. That is not including my long-term financing. I've mentioned in some other videos that I have to use a niche lender when I get out of these transactions because I've held the properties for less than a year, and they could charge me 7%. They've recently been going down to about 5.5%, but average I've been paying 7% interest. That's $100,000 a year that I'm not even including in $250,000. So that's what I came up with. I did the work, and the lenders made great money. Now, I have to tell you, I am not at all complaining about hard money lenders making $250,000 because I turned my zero into $1 million net worth. So I'm not complaining. I'm willing to pay. However, here's where the brainstorm came up with. I came up with the brainstorm. What if I could pay others the money I'm paying the hard money lenders and even this long-term lender? What if I can give Uncle Joe, Cousin Pete, or you watching this? What if I can give you returns that you can't find anywhere else? That would be a real estate investment fund. Now, I'm just getting into the initial phase of it. I'm talking to somebody Thursday about this. I made some side notes that I'll discuss in another video about how it would be secure. There's checks and balances in place. There's accountability and additional benefits than just the return. Exterior hinges. Are they a sign? Now listen, sometimes I'll be dramatic. just for entertainment reasons. I got that. The exterior hinges, in case you didn't catch that video, the appraiser over here at the Kingsburg house did not give me the square feet from this back room. And the reason why he didn't, because I went back to him and I said, hey, listen, you got like 200 square feet that you didn't use in the appraisal. You think you could jack up the appraisal a little bit? And he said no, because there's exterior hinges going to the back room. Ah! Sometimes I want to add like a dramatic effect to it to be more entertaining, so that's what I just did. However, is it a sign that a real estate investment fund may be the way to go? Alone, I don't think the hinges were, but in combination with all these other things that were happening, you know, dealing with the tenants over at the Union Beach house was a thorn in my side. And then it was a good thing. I'm going to sell the house. As a matter of fact, the hardwood floors got refinished yesterday and today, and the painting started. I'm going to give you a little video about the progress over there because it's coming out beautiful. But the exterior hinges, having less people in the mix as far as with real estate investing does a couple different things. It makes my life easier. I know what I'm doing. It also eliminates some costs that go along with it that I'm just paying because I have to. This lender requires this guy to come out and do another appraisal on the house. I'd still have checks and balances in place with a real estate investment fund. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I would eliminate lawyers or appraisers or title work and things like that. There'd be so many checks and balances in place, and they cost money. But the things that we could eliminate in a real estate investment fund is the lender, which is where the most fees come from. And that's where I would be able to pass on to someone else. Now, I've made some, I was going to say foo-foo videos, but you know, that would be kind of like trying to dismiss how I feel about this. And that's not true, because I really do feel this way. I feel like I can't have a goal where the money in my pocket is the sole reason for that goal. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I imagine that you do. That can't be the reason why I want to put together a real estate fund so that I put more money in my pocket. I have to have another objective, a higher objective. And if the side benefit is I put more cash in my pocket, good for me. So when I saw $250,000 was laid out to a hard money lender over the course of less than 4 years, and the outlay of cash that they had at any one time, because I only had like maybe 2 loans going simultaneously with them at one time. If the maximum amount of money out of pocket for them was $400,000 to $500,000, let's say, a $250,000 return over the course of less than 4 years, I can't even run the numbers right now because it's so astronomical. They deserve it because they took a risk on me. However, those checks and balances that I was talking about, they put a lender in such a good position with low risk, with the down payment money that I come up with the appraisal, with the title work, with the attorneys, with the mortgage, with the note, with all those things that would still be in place without the lender. It's like they're making money hand over fist for shuffling some paperwork. And I want to pass that money on to maybe you. So this is all in the infancy stage. Is that the word? Infancy? The beginning stages. There's definitely a route that I want to go, though. Like I was talking about in the beginning of the video, I've had some things happen. I'm not going to say signs. Some things happen that says, hey, Harry, maybe you need to look into another way to invest in real estate. And I think this is the way. On Thursday, I'm talking to a guy that's already established a fund. He has a $3 million fund that he uses to purchase houses down in Atlantic City. With him, he purchased the houses with intentions to make them into short-term rentals, Airbnbs and Verbo, I think that's the name of it. Some of the stuff he's doing is pretty exciting. He's an attorney as well. So Thursday, I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to pick his brain because he said that I should look into Atlantic City. I've looked into Atlantic City before, but I'm just not that familiar with that market. Atlantic City, on one hand, seems like it's coming back. You got Hard Rock down there. You got the Ocean Casino that opened up. I recently heard that they're going to build a supermarket there. Weird fact, Atlantic City never had its own supermarket. They used to have to go to other towns. That was kind of exciting to me to hear about supermarket going up in Atlantic City for the people of Atlantic City, but also, like, is that a sign? Like, maybe the population is growing? So anyway, Thursday I'm going to pick this guy's brain. I'm going to see how he got the fund started. What's the pros and cons, challenges, obstacles, things like that. And who knows, maybe the next video I make is I'm going to be offering you guys an in with this fund. So until next time.